Welcome and welcome back to my YouTube channel. If you're watching me for the first time, my name is Nosemj. Before I proceed to today's content, I want to say a massive thank you to each and every one of you for all of the love on my engagement video. Thank you so much for all of the wishes, prayers, and every other words of encouragement that you shared with me. I really do appreciate each and every one of you. Today I've got a very important information to share with you, right? Premium updates only. So if you're yet to subscribe to this channel, you have no idea what you are missing. On this channel, I always share with you reliable updates. I talk a lot about nursing because of course I'm a nurse. Yeah, I'm registered to practice in UK and United States, but currently I am in the United Kingdom. But I get to share with you a lot of migration tips to other countries. So these are the kind of content you will get from me. I also love to explore the world, right? So I share some of that experience, some of that travel experience with you guys also on this YouTube channel, so you can see that you're getting a lot from me. I might not be as active as I used to be, yeah, and that's because my work has got more demanding, and you know, I have to be present at work. But as much as I can, when I get update I really want you to know about, you trust me to jump in front of this camera. So without wasting much of our time today, let's get right into the content of today. So today I want to share with you how to migrate to Maldives as a registered nurse. The other day I was having a conversation with one of my colleagues. She practiced in Maldives for about 5 years. Then she migrated to Qatar. She also practiced in Saudi Arabia. Well, I was more interested in Maldives because of course I've shared with you on this platform how to migrate to Qatar as a registered nurse, and that applies across the whole of UAE, right? So you can check that video out if you have not checked it out. I think that video should be under my live videos because I had a registered nurse from Qatar who had practiced in Qatar, is now in the United States, on that live session with me, okay, and we broke the whole process down. So make sure you check that video if you're interested in working in Dubai or in Qatar or in Saudi Arabia. Okay, so I was more interested in Maldives because a lot of people have reached out to me to know about, oh MJ, please talk about how to migrate to Maldives as a registered nurse. And a lot of us know that Maldives is a popular vacation destination, especially for lovers. As a matter of fact, I'm considering going to Maldives for my honeymoon. It's a very beautiful place with a lot of beautiful resorts, and that's one of the reasons why resort nursing is quite popular in Maldives. And resort nursing is basically you working in Maldives in one of the resorts. There are a lot of beautiful resorts, as you can see. We have Radisson Blue Resort, Sheraton Resort, you know, Harayu Resort, all loads of beautiful resorts that you can work at. But it's not limited to just resort nursing. You can also practice in the hospitals, either in the government-owned institution or in the private hospitals. So there is a lot of options for you to actually explore. You can work as an occupational health nurse, you can work as a mental health nurse, you can work as a general nurse, a midwife. There's a lot of specialties and a lot of vacancies for every nurse, every midwife, every kind of specialty in Maldives. I think one of the reasons why I was not really excited about it was just about the salary. So the pay is not really on the high side. According to her, 5 years ago, they get paid 1,200 or equivalent of 1,200 US dollars. She said they pay them in dollars, by the way. So I think that's quite good. Okay. And when I went through some of the website, so I had to do some personal research. She couldn't give me answers to some of my questions I know that you will ask me, and some of you have asked me. So I had to do my own personal research. Okay, so if I get more updates, trust me to drop it for you on this channel. So make sure you stay with me. All right, so according to her, when I went to the internet, right, I was able to see that was kind of the range, 1,100 to 1,600 US dollars. And this is highly dependent on your level of experience, years of experience, and also the kind of specialty and the employer that you will be working for. Some employers also do not require high ALTS. However, majority of them require you to have high ALTS of at least 5.5 and above. Some of the other requirements are your qualification certificate, your license, work experience or reference letter, passport copy, police report, your country registration, your academic transcript, verification certificate, your certificate of good standing. Usually, most of the employers also require you to have at least 1 to 2 years of working experience post qualification. All right, so the whole process of migrating to Maldives as a nurse is quite direct and quite simple. According to her, all you need to do is get an employer and you apply for a job with them. Once you get a job and once you pass your interview, usually a Skype interview, because of course they employ all around the world, right? So once you pass your interview and you are supported throughout the whole migration process to Maldives, once you get to Maldives, right, you will need to take a competency examination that you need to pass. And once you pass that examination, you get your authorization to practice in that country as a registered nurse and work for your employer. So that is the simple breakdown of the whole process. I will definitely be sharing with you some of the website I came across where you can get jobs in Maldives, and also some agencies that will be linked to you through some of these websites. But be very careful out there, guys. Some of you reach out to me and you ask me about how to migrate to certain countries and everything. Me, I will never ask you for money. I will never ask you to pay for your visa or ask you to pay for money to get you a job. So anyone asking you that is definitely scam. So be careful who you send your money to, guys, because it's definitely not. This video's description, I will drop you the direct link to apply for some of these jobs, and I want you to start applying because some of them will expire soon, right? Some of them have been posted for a while and you want to get down to business. But quickly, let us go through one of those links and go through one of the job vacancies so you can see some of the requirements and the benefit. A lot of these jobs comes with support with your flight, your accommodation, free accommodation, comes with free food for you when you're working on duty, and accommodation, most of them are quite close to the hospital or the resort that you're working, so you do not have a problem with transportation. Okay, you also get 30 days paid annual leave, and that's usually after working with them for about 12 months. One of the reasons why I really got interested in this Maldives is because, and other countries like Malta and New Zealand, is because I know that a lot of my audience are in countries that are currently on the red list, and a lot of people are trying so hard to come to the United Kingdom, and while they're doing that, their documents are expiring, their IELTS are expiring, and some other people are also finding it really difficult to get the required high IELTS band. So I'm like, instead of wasting all of this, why not use them? Why not use this to migrate to Maldives? And when you get to these other countries like Maldives, you can then track yourself back to the country of your choice, which is United Kingdom, if you still desire to work in United Kingdom. But trust me, these other countries are not bad options also. Although for resort nurse, I don't know if I mentioned before, for resort nursing, some of the limitation of working as a resort nurse is that you cannot migrate with your family, and that's because you're working in the resort, you're under them, and they want you to focus to be on them, and also giving you free accommodation and food and everything. However, your family can visit you. Okay, that's some of the limitation to working as a resort nurse. Another limitation of working in Maldives is that there's age barrier. So usually between 20 to 55 years. So it means that if you're below 20, they don't want you, and if you're above 55, your chances of getting a job is quite slim. Okay, so quickly let us go through one of the job website and check out an application together.
So this is jobo.org, and you can see this application is for staff nurses in Maldives. Okay, the staff nurse requirement, they want a designation nurse, number required is 5, and the salary is $1,100 to $1,300 depending on qualification and experience, plus overtime. Terms and conditions. Employment contract is 2 years, which is renewable. In case you enjoy working with that employer, you can renew it. There's a probation period of 3 months, and accommodation is available. So it could be shared accommodation or your own accommodation, and they also provide you with food. You have 30 days paid annual leave on completion of 1 full year of employment. Your working hours is 8 hours per day and 6 days per week. Documents required for your application: one is your CV, passport size photo, color passport copy, that's your passport data page, nursing qualification certificate, mark sheet and academic transcript of nursing qualification, 10 and 12 standard mark sheet. I don't know what that is. I think because of the location of this place, I don't know if you're not familiar with that. I'm also not so familiar with that, but I believe that this is where you can always ask your employer. There will be, when you click on the application, there will be details on how to contact them, and you can question them about that. IELTS band score minimum of 5.5 or OETC plus 200, and I'm also aware that some employers also accept TOEFL or TOEFL result. Certificate of registration at Nursing Council or Board, certificate of good standing and foreign verification and police clearance. So the CGS, which is a certificate of good standing, must not exceed 6 months from its issue date. Experience certificate confirmation of work experience must also be from nursing in charge, that's a nurse in charge of the institute, and immediate supervisor. So you can't just get it from any of your colleagues, okay? It has to be your in charge or immediate supervisor or team leader with nursing or medical background. Should have minimum 2 years of experience, and some employers will grant you 1 to 2 years of experience, okay? And usually the bed capacity they require is 150 bedded ward. So what that means is that you'll be required to have been working, your work experience is in at least 150 bedded capacity hospital or unit or ward. Job location country, of course, we're talking about Maldives, and you can see that this application was posted 24 days ago. When you click on the go to foundit.in to take you to application for to how to apply for this particular job, and you can also set alert for other jobs that might be posted later. So here is another website where you can get nursing job in Maldives from, and this is job/maldives.com. And on this website there are loads of job vacancies for different career or different sector, but we are more interested in nursing. And on the right side you can see the different resorts where you can work. You can see this job that was posted on the 27th of November. And if you scroll down this screen, you will see the email or the link for you to actually submit your CV for this particular job if you are interested. Below is another vacancy that was uploaded 10th of November at Kudafushi Resort and Spa with the email address of the HR to submit your application. Here's another direct employer website that you can apply for nursing jobs in Maldives. One of the vacancies I came across, and I really encourage you to start your application now. Like I said earlier, I do not have all the answers. So if you still got questions for me, if I do have answer to that question, I will respond. If I don't, when I do have an answer, I will get back to you with an update. It's an updated video. So I hope that you found this video helpful and useful. If you did find this video helpful, make sure you give me thumbs up, click the like button, save and share this video with your colleagues, and also ensure that you subscribe to this YouTube channel and turn my post notification bell on. Take care and all the best in your application.